Hello everybody, this is Kaich King 122, and today I'm doing another video, and today's a very special video because I was thinking that, we were reading like fan fiction before, but it wasn't the best fan fiction. But I thought we could read something that's really, really cool, and it's very long, as said by the Creepypasta fandom page. It's NES Godzilla Creepypasta. Now, if you don't know what the NES Godzilla Creepypasta is, it's about this guy buys NES Godzilla cartridge. I think I forget what the game's called. I think it's Godzilla Monster of Monsters. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It was written by this dude known as Cosby Daff and posted to the Bog Leech forum and blah blah blah. I don't have time for this. Anyways, I'm just gonna get started on it. I'm going on the fandom and I'm gonna see how much I can read that's on here. But let's see how. Well, first, some NES Godzilla Creepypasta is a very long pasta about, well, just that. Originally written by Cosby Daff on Bog Leech, this pasta is known for both its length and for being extremely image heavy. It is so long, in fact, it had to be split into subpages. Retrieved from here. The original posted in the Bog Leech forums can be found here. Those are both dead links. I tried those. So this is the only way we can really read it. So we're going to start with Chapter 1, Earth and Mars. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to read this. I'm excited. NES Godzilla Creepypasta, Chapter 1, Earth and Mars. When I was a little kid, the two things I loved most in life were Godzilla and NES games. So naturally, when Godzilla Monster of Monsters came out, it was like a dream came true. Well, almost. To sum it up, most of the game revolved around getting through very repetitive outer space levels while smashing up tanks and jets and then fighting against Godzilla's monster enemies. Overall, it was pretty mediocre. But back then, I didn't care. When I got the game as a present for my 10th birthday, I played it night and day as much as I could. Unfortunately, I had traded the game. I had traded the game for a Magon a year later, much to my regret. When I found out what the game was like, recently I had bought a new NES system. And through a lot of hunting and asking around, my friend Billy finally managed to find a copy of Godzilla Monster of Monsters. I don't know what this game is. I want to know what a Magon is, so I'm going to look that up real quickly. Yeah, I'm going to copy and paste that. We're going to see what a Magon says. Magon NES. That's what that is. Oh. Why'd you trade it for this game? It's just a side-scrolling game. Oh, whatever. Let's get back to it. I was pumped to play my favorite childhood game. It never even occurred to me to ask where Billy found it. He also gave me some other games like Legend of Zelda, Bomberman, and some stupid thing called Action 52. If you don't know what Action 52 is, it's essentially Dollar Tree garbage. It's basically 52 games that some of them don't even work, and they're copies, and they're really garbage. But the only game that's really worth it on there is Cheetah Man. But Godzilla had to come first. So I started the game, and then nostalgia came flooding back like a tidal wave. Godzilla's 8-bit theme song flooded proudly through the speakers, and I was soon grinning like an idiot. Some people laugh at me for playing such outdated games, but I've never had as much enjoyment for any games other than those on the NES. Those 8-bit games take me back to when things were much simpler, more safe. But after what's happened with this game, I don't have those feelings anymore. I had forgotten how quick the fun of smashing things as Godzilla were often in the side-scrolling levels. The scrolling levels, never mind. The game bombards you with bullets and things crashing you into from every direction, and you're too big to avoid most of them. That's why you play as Mothra, my dude. Although my excitement had worn down some, it wasn't long at all before I got to my first boss battle. My first opponent was Ghidorah. an obscure squid kaiju who had never been in a Godzilla movie. Actually, that's not true. He was in Godzilla Final Wars in stock footage. So, I mean, I don't know how long this thing was written, but he was in that. The most annoying thing about fighting Godzilla is that he always backs you into a corner and starts smacking with his tentacle, and you're unable to move until he gets off you. This move doesn't do any damage, but it can stall you until the timer runs out, and you have to start the fight over, and you regain some health. Also has a time limit, yeah, so that's garbage. It's as annoying as it sounds. And of course, he did it when I fought him. Only for some reason, this caused the game to glitch up, because once he started smacking me, he never stopped. The timer is supposed to end the fight in about 40 seconds, but this lasted for nearly 5 minutes. After a while, the graphics started to mess up, with little red blocks all over the place. So as you can see, Godzilla and Godzilla are both red. So NECA started making blood splotchy Godzilla and blood splattered Godzilla, which was weird, but I just took the game out, blew on it, and it started again. I wasn't about to let a little glitch stand in my way, so I started again, this time defeated Godzilla and the level's other boss monster, Magura, without any problems. So then it was on to the next planet, Mars. I browsed around the board and found something unexpected, where Varan's piece should have been. There was instead a piece representing Titanosaurus. There were only 10 kaiju in the game, and Titanosaurus was not one of them. Or so I thought. Perhaps Titanosaurus was originally intended to be in the game, but was swapped out with Varan for some reason. That'd be pretty cool to play as fight Titanosaurus. I love Titanosaurus, but he's such a very expensive Bandai figure, so it's insane. So I began to feel very excited. Not only was I playing my favorite game, but I was playing the prototype of some sort with a new monster. Did you check Wikipedia? Because I'm pretty sure they let you know if there was an alternate version. I believe the guy's name is Zach, so. Needless to say, I ran through the levels as fast as I could to see Titanosaurus in action. Fought Godzilla again and beat him before he could do his tentacle smack. But this time the glitch started happening. When he died, Godzilla's sprite didn't sink to the bottom, but instead seemed to be devoured by the glitch, and his eye started randomly spawning all over the screen. So NECA gets started on making the missing Godzilla figure. So I know now that these glitches with Godzilla were my first warning sign that something was very wrong with this game. But foolishly, I ignored it and proceeded on to fight Magura, who this time had a glitch of his own. He is the biggest thing I've seen so far, so NECA gets started on making that 10-inch Magura figure. Magura was twice the size he should have been, which startled me. He was considerably harder to beat than usual, which is to say, not at all. But soon I had to defeat him also, and when he died, yet another glitch happened. So, yeah, NECA gets started on making the crumbling Magura figure. This happened extremely fast, so I was lucky to get a screen cap of it all. But what happened was that the giant Magura sprite started to shatter and melt. Also, if you look at the garbled text at the right corner of the screen, you'll notice what appears to be a bird in a cage. I still have no idea what that means. At this point, I was about to fight Titanosaurus, and I was worried as to what kind of glitches would happen this time. But to my surprise, Titanosaurus looked just fine. Although all the game's bipedal monsters were the same height, Titanosaurus was a bit taller. But since Titanosaurus was actually taller than Godzilla's film debut, I thought this was kind of cool. It is pretty cool. What is not cool is the sprite. It's kind of, how do I say, bootlegish? Yeah, let's go with that word. And after a very fun fight with a monster that wasn't supposed to be in the game, I took over the enemy base and proceeded not to Jupiter like normal, but instead to Pathos. So that was the first chapter, and I don't think I've read this before, but something else I should note is they're actually working on a version that you can play, and I think the first chapter is finished. It's not playable in chapters, but it's it's they're still it's it's playable. So people just think it's pretty cool written creepypasta, which I can agree. It looks it's pretty nicely written. So yeah, and it's going to continue getting a lot better. Anyways, next time. Wait, what are we at? Yeah, next time I will read chapter 2, which is going to be very interesting because I think that's when stuff starts hitting the fan, and it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, if you want to read this for yourself, I'm going to put a link in the description of the video so you guys can see and read this yourself. But yeah, I think the NES Godzilla Creepy is pretty cool in my opinion. Not only does it introduce a really cool, I don't even know if it's a kaiju, I just would say demon, demonic thing from hell. Spoiler alert, and it's kind of a little bit spooky, but it's not too spooky. So yeah, my thoughts is this is pretty cool. I'm not like just saying that because this person wrote this, but no, I think it's actually a really great piece of fiction. I wish it was a little bit longer, a little bit more in depth, because I like a little bit more in depth and go a little bit more into Zach's thoughts. Maybe introduce person's name is Zach, but then that wouldn't be a first person anymore, so that defeats the purpose. But yeah, this is Kaiju King 122. I just read this, and hopefully more than 4 people watch this video. But if not, then I really don't care because I'm gonna start reading more fan fictions like this, the world's longest fan fiction, which is no, not that. Don't pay attention to the 7 million one. There is one that's actually 4 million. That I really want to read because it sounds pretty cool. So yeah, I might do this on someday if you guys want me to, but if you don't want to, then I'm still doing it. So anyways, this is Kaiju King 122 signing out. I hope you guys have a nice day, and remember, don't buy things off. Don't let your friends get you things, because then you'll just get a possessed game cartridge. It happens with Pokemon, it happens with Mario, it happens with Sonic. Wait, did it happen with Sonic? Wait, that was my phone. Oh, it's just Webtoon. I don't know. Pretty soon there's going to be like a possessed Kirby cartridge, and that's, I can't wait for that. That'd be funny. I could write a creepypasta, guys. Oh, I'm just, whatever, I'm kind of stretching this thing along. But yeah, see you guys later. Bye.